Hey, welcome to GiveMeApps, your app mall, the #1 independent app store. Today we're checking out Navigator Pro, GPS navigation with offline maps by Mappity. This is for Android. We're checking out this app. You might say to yourself, why do you need an app like this when you have Google Maps and Apple Maps? Well, this gives you another option. It is $1.99. Keep that in mind. It allows for free offline GPS navigation, which is a big deal. If you are offline, if you're not connected to the internet, if you're not connected to your provider, you can still use the map to get around. It offers voice navigation. You can discover places nearby. And according to the listing, it allows for safer driving. You can make safer turns at complex intersections with dynamic lane guidance and junctions view. Well, we're not in the car right now, so we're not going to be able to test that out, but we will be able to show you around the app. Now, I can confirm one of the good things about this app off the bat is that the interface is pretty snappy. We did adjust this for location. Take a look at us zooming in and out. You don't have to worry so much about screen redraws. It does it very quickly. And you get the nice little scale over there, 2 miles. You can see where you are. This one was a little slower here, but nonetheless, we were impressed with how snappy it was. Take a look at some of these icons here. This is pretty self-explanatory. You can see the streets in the area. They're very different in appearance from Google Maps and the rest of them. You have your search function over here. Take a look at that. You have your history. You have your different categories. Take a look at that. This will help you out with points of interest, accommodation, cafe, restaurant, convenience stores and supermarkets, emergency, finance, food, gas station, healthcare, leisure, nautical, parking, personal transport, public transport, sightseeing, sports, tourism, Wikipedia, nearest POIs, and Wikipedia English. Let's take a look at this over here and take a look at that. Wow, it even takes it down to the fire hydrant. Hempstead bench spread, that would most likely be over there not too far from Belmont Park. We're over here in Queens. The baseball diamond, take a look at that, 0.27 miles, highway crossing. Pat Williams Playground, Little Sisters of the Poor Convent, Hempstead Avenue, 225th Street. It's a bus stop. I know this area like the back of my hand. I've been here for years, and wow, I'm impressed with all of the points of interest that are here. Things that I wouldn't even consider to be points of interest do show up here on this app. Public transport and stop position, playground, trash can, parking, Pat Williams Playground. Guys, look at how many items show up here. Even just intersections that are pretty popular in terms of traffic and foot traffic, so vehicular traffic and foot traffic. All of this stuff shows up, and this is not even that much of a popular area here in Queens, New York City. And I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Let's just tap on one of these and see what happens. We have a stoplight. It says 0.69 miles. And look at that. It takes you right to it. This is insane. So I'm impressed. I mean, we can stop the review right here. No, just kidding. All jokes aside, you get the amount of information that is in this app in an area that's not that popular in New York City. Wow, I am wowed, for lack of better description. Let's take a look at that. More actions, show description, search near here, directions from. Let's look at the description. Stoplight. So somebody might have entered this in on the map. And so you have that. So right there, points of interest. Again, we're not in a very popular area, so I am impressed with that. This would be for directions. Of course, you can adjust your location. You can zoom in and zoom out. Let's take a look at that. And you have your main menu here. Search directions, download maps, configure map. Now, we were prompted to download the New York area map, which was about 174 megabytes. We're on a quick connection here, our Wi-Fi. But mind you, it does work offline. And that's what it advertises. So you can configure the map, you can configure the screen. Let's take a look at some of these options here. Configure map, show favorites, points of interest. You can turn that on if you want. The map will get pretty busy if we do that. Take a look at that. Once again, we can dismiss that and turn it off. You have your transport. Take a look at these here. A lot of train stations in the area. You can see that. And bus stops. You have your point labels. We can turn that on if we want. And your map rendering, you have map mode, it says day. What's this one over here? You have night and light sensor, sunrise, sunset. We'll dismiss that. You have your text size, you have your map language. Let's take a look at what that offers. You have all of these different languages you can choose from. And if it's a bit too small on the screen, you have English, Afrikaans, Albanian, Arabic, Armenian, Basque, Bengali, Berber, Bosnian. It goes on and on and on. Take a look at that list. Pretty extensive. We're going to tap on cancel over there. Take a look at this here. You have, okay, so look at that. These might be the different modes over here. No, bicycle, walking, look at that. And the map does change. And here you are. So we're adjusting for, I guess, direction here. Take a look at that. You have the compass, which could be useful. You can calibrate that. Take a look at that. Very nice. You can see what we're doing here. Pretty much self-explanatory. So we're going to get out of there. We're using the back button. Let's go back to the menu over here. Download maps. We spoke about that earlier. Take a look at that. Our device memory is shown over there. You can search by city or region, and there are quite a few here. We're not going to download it just because it did take some time. It was quick, but it did take time. We don't want to take time during the review. We have the world overview map there. You have your voice prompts, TTS synthesize prefer, and of course you have the different continents over here. And of course you can search for different maps if you want to do that. Let's just show you how this works. We said Chicago just because it's the first city that came to mind, and all of these maps are available here. So we will get out of there now that we show you how that works. Of course, those are all of your downloads. You have your local, take a look at that, and your updates. Your voice prompts can also be installed. And look at that. So we're going to get out of there now. We're showing you all of the different menu options here. You have My Places, you have your settings. Let's take a look at My Places. We have to add favorites, so we can do that if we want. We'll get out of there and back to the menu. You have your settings. Let's take a look at that. General settings, navigation settings. We're going to navigate in a moment here. Take a look at that. Profile specific settings. You get a lot. Fastest route, avoid, auto center map view, auto zoom map, announce, unit of speed, turn screen on, etc., etc., etc. We're going to get out of there now. And let's try to navigate. Let's do that here on camera. So we will choose, I don't know, let's come up with something. Let's, there's a restaurant that's called Pollo Mario's. That's in Queens. They serve authentic Colombian food. Let's see if it comes up. All right, Tropic Pollo. Yeah, Pollos a la Brasa Mario. This is the spot here. So it says 8.41 miles. Let's take a look at that. I do believe our volume is down, but here we are. See, 8.41 miles. And let's go. You have the address there, 83rd Street. Hopefully my device cooperates. Let's go back. We'll do this one more time. There we go. Pollos a la Brasa Mario. And here we are. Take a look at that. It's showing me the area where it is. 8.41 miles. And from my position to Pollo Mario's, and you can tap on go. Let's take a look at some of these settings over here. Voice guidance, avoid toll roads. You can turn that on or off. We're on an island, so we don't have to worry about that. Avoid unpaved roads, avoid ferries, avoid shuttle train, avoid motorways, avoid border crossing, allow private access. So you get quite a few options here as well. And take a look at that. It says position yet not known. So we have to get our position straightened out.
Trip is 14 miles. Time is 20 minutes.
Look at that. So time is 20 minutes. And 14.1 miles. Look at that, 5:27 a.m. What does this say over here? We're just taking a look at that here. 210 feet from the position that we see on the map. So let's get ourselves calibrated again. Position not yet known. Let's do that again. So I do want to show you this. It is showing us the direction. See here it says at 223rd Street. That's where we are right now. At 210 feet, turn right and go. You do see that there. And we are not mobile at the moment, so we're not going to be able to follow through on this, but it does give us accurate directions.
Turn right onto 223rd Street.
You hear that?
Turn right onto 223rd Street.
I was a bit confused a moment ago, but I do understand this now. So this is clear now. You see it says 0.29 miles. So
turn right onto 223rd Street.
Let us zoom out a bit. Take a look here. So you're getting this set of directions, and I know this pretty well. We would go up the Cross Island Parkway, over on the LIE. That's what that looks like over there. And it's taking us through LaGuardia Airport, and bang, there would be the destination. And so this is pretty straightforward. So look, if you're looking for an alternative to Google Maps or Apple Maps, well, this one will help you out greatly. This is, of course, Navigator Pro with GPS navigation with offline maps. You can use it offline. And we can test that out by putting it in airplane mode, but we've been talking for a little more than 10 minutes now. We've shown you all of the features in this app for the most part. And as you can see, it does work. It did pick up our location. I was confused for a second, but it did sort itself out. And it's giving us that play-by-play navigation that you would expect from any mature map. So here it is, guys. This is Navigator Pro. This is by Mappity. This is an Android GPS app. So I did mention Apple Maps before. It is an Android app. But if you wanted to use your Android device in place of your iOS device and wanted to use this app, well, this is available. And as you can see, it's pretty thorough. While this is not the standout feature, the points of interest was of interest to me because it was so thorough. So once again, guys, this is Navigator Pro by Mappity. Dude! Here we go. We have the GPS signal recovered over there. So now it's active and it's showing us where to go. 161 feet.
Turn right onto 223rd Street.
All right, just as we said, I mentioned before, there it is. And mind you, it does work offline, and that was demonstrated pretty well. Guys, we hope you enjoyed this. This was Navigator Pro. Do let us know what you think about this app in the comments. There are a couple of features that we didn't cover because we dedicated so much time to this overview. Let us know if there are any features that stand out for you or if there's any improvements that you think the developer needs to make on the app. GiveMeApps is the world's #1 independent app store. Download any Android app. Check out our iPhone and Windows Phone showcases. If you're a developer, it's the only site where you can keep the full 100% of your download sales. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we did, guys. Until next time.